back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Tennessee Titans and the New Orleans Saints. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. Alvin Kamara playing here against the Tennessee Titans. And Kamara, you may know, a collegiate star in Knoxville for the University of Tennessee. Played for them in 2015 and 2016. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Kamara. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for 1st.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Hill on 1st down. Gets this one to Hill. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
On 2nd down, Kamara. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 6. Brings up
now Kamara. And this will wind up a Saints 1st down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the.
Now it's Hill. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Hill. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 38-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. That poster out there did an excellent job of getting his head around to lift the football in and gain significant yardage.
They go right back to him for 20 and a 1st. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down.
3rd and 5.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the 1st, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, it creates a penalty.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Again, it's Murray. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
About a half-yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Kamara, and he is in for a score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara taking it in. And the Saints take it right down the field and score. Well, that's a solid opening drive, and nothing fancy there at the end, just pounded in.
That felt like old school football, didn't it? All right, down at the goal line, and not only were they able to punch it in, as you just emphasized, they did it against a goal line defense that's stacked to stop the run. So if you're on that offensive side of the ball, you feel great about yourself right now. You're actually able to dominate a group that expected you to run the ball and still punched it in.
No return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. Oh, he sheds himself free. And all the way down to the 29.
Complete to Derrick
A big play that time for the Titans. 46 yards.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Here's Tannehill. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Called that a very strong gain of 24.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short. And with his size coming out of the backfield, usually takes more than an arm tackle to get him down. That's why they like to get him involved in the passing game.
No doubt about it. You saw him running that angle route there and catching the ball.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
For the extra point.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge, because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive.
The 29-yard line.
after one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Saints 7, Titans 6.
On the ground, Kamara. He'll have a first down past the 40, the 40, the 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Catch made at the 25-yard line. The Titans take over first and 10.
Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. On first and 10, Tannehill flushed out right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. No way to do with the football. That led to the sack.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Just stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Off of play action, Hill. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
A pretty good punt there but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it'll be Titan football. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 34-yard line.
Now the NFL's leader in carries and yards in 2019, it's Derrick Henry. And this is going to be a Titans first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Tennessee.
They'll run with Henry. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
The tackle made by Demario Davis.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. This one caught by Davis. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. He gets it to Brown. Good play. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That third down conversion good for 23.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 34.
Henry, the ball carrier.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pick.
Really good stop there by David Onyemata. Very productive player for the New Orleans Saints. And how about this for a value pick? 4th rounder back in 2016.
On 2nd and 7, Tannehill escaping the pressure right. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Running with Kamara.
Kamara hit the NFL with a bang, had double-digit touchdowns in his first 2 seasons. Now, production fell off a little bit last year. Just 6 times did he find the end zone. But his ability to run it and catch it out of the backfield makes it hard to cover. Look for a bounce-back season in 2020.
On 2nd and 7, Hill. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. On first down, Hill. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. Past the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
First and 10 at the 40.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
In a heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And now look at him go. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they had a good drive going, a chance to build on this first half lead, but now you kind of feel like we got a new ball game.
And you wonder what the discussion will be now at halftime, because I think we were headed towards one. Now it's a different discussion altogether. One side optimistically, the other side wondering what could have been.
Steven Gostkowski set.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and he'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
And that makes it a 9-point game. Good. So we come upon halftime with 9 points. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. Time again to see what Ryan Tannehill and the Titans can do. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. On first down, it's Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Tannehill. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Third down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. And it's complete. Henry. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 46-yard line.
Again, it's Henry. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through. After review.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
On first down, Tannehill eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 20-yard line.
Now the rookie runner from App State, it's Darrington Evans. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Titans have made this a 1-score game. Well, solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone. I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at it.
I think stats over time may be...
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And coming off a 1-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. Takes this to the 45. Not much space there after the nice move.
Rashaan Evans.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line.
Hill. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It's caught. The tight end Hill. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 38. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Complete to Derek.
3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Man open left side is Brown. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. The Titans on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Brandon, how about that reaction there from a defensive end? Able to recognize the screen pass trying to happen. Broke off his pass rush. And then get back to tackle the running back. That's a very athletic and intelligent play. Reminds me of you working out and seeing that the treadmill's open and getting there before anyone else.
See, I know you're just patronizing me right now. Everybody knows at home that that is nothing but a shot at me, and I'll take it, absorb it, and we'll move on.
Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. They'll run on 1st down with Evans. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He was taken down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Henry on the handle.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
A gain of 4 yards.
This is Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Saints' 20-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tannehill got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown.
Complete to
Adam Humphries there to make the grab. And the Titans have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost.
Stephen Gostkowski for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count.
Stephen Gostkowski set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken about 7 yards deep. The decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
The ball carrier. He was taken down at the 22-yard line.
They run it again with Kamara. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. The Saints on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again.
Alvin Kamara.
Daquan Jones in on the tackle there.
Daquan Jones on the stop.
Now Hill. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down. Here's Kamara off the draw. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Again, it's Kamara. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Hill. And that's caught by Smith. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They go play fake, and it's Hill. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Hill's pass intended for Jared Cook. Incomplete. He was covered by Kevin Byers.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. He'll look to throw. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he gets it down to the 32. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Play fake. Hill. He's going to let it fly. A crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Tannehill. Flushed out right. And he will find Davis. That's complete. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's 2nd and 10. Tannehill. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Now it's Tannehill. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Intended for Cameron Batson. Marcus Williams on the coverage.
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And now some pointing up front and a flag down. This might just move them back 5. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. Second, that's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all, because you want that penalty. All right, they just picked up a first down, right? You want the penalty.
I am so confused right now. One last throw here for Hill. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is incomplete, so no miracles here on the final play, and this ball game is over.
Saints.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
today. From Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, Justin Tucker today is at NFL 21.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. So they will accept the penalty. And move forward.
Automatic 1st down.
Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. Stepping up, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson doing it himself from 9 yards out. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind, you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 18. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
Holding offense.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
To throw is Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags.
Face mask. Defense.
So that penalty will back him up half the distance to the goal line.
Automatic 1st down.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
1st and 10.
They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money, because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. at the Packers' 41-yard line.
From the 41, Jackson.
That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though.
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. That kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Preston Smith.
Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Now he'll pull it down. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
The wide receiver.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
Right down. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
No good.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
Well, the Ravens say they have it. They do have it. Well, they just scored, they got the lead, and they decide to keep their foot on the accelerator, so to speak.
Scouting, scouting, scouting. They had to have seen something in their preparation for this game that told them in this situation, if they get the look they like, let's go ahead and go for it anyway. They like being bold.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Dean Lowry able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Jackson from the shotgun. It's caught by Mark Ingram. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup.
From the gun, it's Jackson.
At the 38-yard
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
Matt Judon there to bring him down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. You know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 11 yards there, first down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now it's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look for an offense that has not found the end zone yet. That's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup there. 3 yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Third down.
Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Aaron Jones, the ball carrier.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
3-yard line.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down.
A gain of 5 yards.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. From 13 yards out. And the Packers are back within a score. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have. You absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He has not been on his A game, but his team has really picked him up. I think he probably now, second quarter, he's thinking, all right, time for me to get going.
And he also has to keep in mind that, you know, he has contributed. You're exactly right. Not totally on his A game, but guess what?
He's got the touchdown.
He's got a touchdown pass. Yes, he tempered it with an interception. But he has contributed, and he just can't get down and worry about his own stats. The team's winning. That's cause for celebration, even though there's a ways to go.
And now he'll be looking to contribute a little bit more. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
From just shy of midfield, Jackson. That is incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's 3rd and 4.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, trying to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
Throwing is Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Flush to his right. He'll run it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson, they'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
And it's third down. Third and long.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
Jackson.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Here's Jones. Decided to hit it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Rodgers. He hits his target, the tight end Lewis.
Rodgers pass.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2nd down and 3. Here's Rodgers to throw. Flushed out right. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers, escaping the pressure right. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 4th down, here's Green Bay's 3rd-year punter, J.K. Scott, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. So we have reached half. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Ravens 13, Packers 7.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. And it was somewhat of a strange first half. He threw 3 interceptions, yet you look at the scoreboard, they've got the lead.
So you know what I think he did at the half? He stood up in front of the team, especially in front of the defense, and said, thank you. Appreciate what you've done. You guys have picked me up in a big way. And guess what? I'm going to get back to being who I am, which is pretty darn good. Let's go play the second half.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
The tackle.
And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on 3rd.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
And some room to maneuver. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Justice Hill, 66 yards. And the Ravens will extend their lead. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 20.
Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, it's not time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Rodgers on target there to Lazard. And all of a sudden, they're knocking on the door inside Baltimore's 10. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 60 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but closed there quickly at the end. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll run it with Jones. And he'll be caught behind the line of scrimmage at the 3. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
16 yards.
Jackson now. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 18 more yards there and another first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, that last run for a first down, it really should be the last straw for the defense. I don't care how many they've had in the box, they need to add more people.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end that went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And 10 yards to go.
To throw again is Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
But it brings up 4th down.
He can run for it, and he will. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Down Baltimore.
From the gun, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in dire situation.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins there to make the grab as the Ravens push further out in front. Well, he scrambled outside of the pocket, wondered what was going to happen there. He fired a dart. That's what happened.
He certainly did. Scrambled left, looked left, and then left it in the...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit, But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
The drive will commence with a run by K'GRAMZ. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 42. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
A gain of 5. And a Ravens first down.
On first down, Dobbins. And nothing but daylight ahead. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Preston Smith there on the stop.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now 2nd and 11 from the 32.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will.